Yo, welcome back to another video. I got 4 tips to help you handle Sanguine just a little bit better in Mythic Plus. They're 4 tips that I really wish that I knew when I first started. They would have helped me out a lot. They're pretty basic. This is gonna be great for beginner players, but if you're struggling with Sanguine, hopefully these tips help you out. If you guys have any more that you'd like to include, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure I'd like to know, and others would as well. First tip, interrupt the casters. Okay, what I mean by this is you want to interrupt casting mobs right before another mob is gonna die, so they won't sit in Sanguine healing while they're casting. I see this happen a lot. But a lot of the times the tank can position a mobs away from the caster, so if a mob is about to die, the Sanguine pool won't be dropped on the caster. But sometimes that can't happen, or if you're not tanking. So what I mean by this is you want to interrupt the casting mobs, be ready to interrupt them. So when a mob dies, if you interrupt that casting mob, the tank can pull them away from the Sanguine pool right off the bat. There's not a bunch of healing you have to deal with. I see this happen a lot, all the time. A lot of time if I'm tanking or something like that, maybe I don't have an interrupt, I need to coordinate with somebody else to have an interrupt, or coordinate before a pull or something like that. But it's just super important. Interrupt those casting mobs preemptively if you know Bob's about to die, so the tank can easily pull them away right out the bat. No extra healing needs to be done. Second tip is pretty straightforward one, but chain pulling. Okay, this is a tank tip mostly, but it's good to know for everybody. When mobs are close to dying, start to head to the next mob as they die. You'll basically, so with Sanguine, it's really nice. You're about to finish off a mob, and then you start to move to the next mob. So those old mobs are gonna die before you even get to the next pack. So there's no Sanguine on the next pack. It's a great way to keep pulling. It also speeds up your runs most of the time. There's certain affixes that this might make us more difficult with, you know, like Grievous, bursting, stuff like that. But this is a really good thing to just implement. It'll help you time your keys a little bit better. But man, super helpful for Sanguine. So if you're a new tank trying out, chain pull. It's super good, super helpful. But pay attention to healers' mana, obviously, and the team's cooldown. Third tip, don't group stun a mob if a target or an enemy is about to die and drop Sanguine. I see this all the time. A target's about to die, and then people group stun. That target dies, and then the whole group or pack is sitting there in that Sanguine for 3 or 4 seconds and healing back to full. So try to use your group stuns beforehand, before the mob is about to die or an enemy is about to die, or use it after the tank has a chance to pull the mob out of Sanguine. I see this happen all the time. I don't care what key range it is, but man, this will really help you time some keys, make it much easier in your group and less annoying for sure, guaranteed. So just pay attention to this. Use your group stuns at the right time, or your single stuns at the right time. Fourth and final tip for you guys, use your knockbacks to push mobs out of Sanguine. This is so helpful. Really level up your gameplay, and there's just so many classes now that have some kind of knockback. So if you're not using this, then you should be. You know, for instance, like Druids have Typhoon, Monks have Ring of Peace, Evokers have the pushback, the Wing Buffet or Buffet, whatever you want to call it, and then Shamans have Thunderstorm. It's just super helpful. So pay attention to this. This will level up your gameplay, make keys a little bit easier. It's definitely Sanguine. And I just don't see it used enough. So if you have those abilities, use them. You know what I'm saying? Great. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. These are 4 tips to help you out with Sanguine. I wish that I knew them when I first started, for sure. Let me know if you have any other ones down below. I'd love to know about them, and I'm sure other people would too. Like I said, thank you guys. Thanks for all the support on the channel. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.